Welcome back. Now, if you ask any South African how they will celebrate Africa Day, the answer is likely to include something meaty and over the coals. So how does a juicy steak with a creamy mushroom sauce sound? It sounds delicious. But if you are lactose intolerant and its horrible side effects are getting in the way of you enjoying your creamy mushroom sauce, then Clover No-Lac full cream fresh milk comes to your rescue. Ooh. Friend, you are saying that people can enjoy dairy again with Clover No-Lac because we're going to be using it as our sauce on top of our meat.
That's exactly it. Full stop.
So you don't have to not include your friends there. You can definitely include them, but just make sure to use the Clover No-Lac in there.
It's a great product to use, especially if you're entertaining guests celebrating Africa Day today. But it starts off with the steak, and that's going to start giving us the start of our sauce.
Awesome.
So we've already started searing off the steak. And you can see the nice amount of caramelization that we've got on top there.
You're definitely vetted, because for me, if a steak is done right, it means it does have that caramelization. Yeah. If a steak doesn't have that and it's brown and it's bland, it means there's no flavor. So for me, you've really definitely started. And this right here is also flavor.
This is a part of the magic, you know, and a lot of people then move this aside and start on a new pan. What's the point? Keep it in the same pan. It also saves on the dishes, which is always a plus. So into the same pan, I'm going to add some chopped onions, right? And then just a quick grating of fresh garlic.
And while you're doing that, friend, I just want to check, which steak did you use this time?
So today we've chosen sirloin, which is one of my favorites to do because naturally it has a lot less fat than other meats, super tender, but it also, of course, depends on how you cook it. So we've done about 3 to 4 minutes aside, which will give you about a medium rare. Okay. And that's where you sort of want the sirloin to be nice and pink in the inside.
Some stuff.
So we saute that in over there. And then what I'm going to do, so a lot of people make a slurry with their flour after the sauce has been brought together. I'm going to do it in the pan. And what I love about this is it sort of toasts the flour and then again enriches the sauce and gives it that nutty, savory note.
Yes, and that's the thing that people forget, that it comes with the levels of cooking, because what you're doing is you're cooking out the flour so you don't have that flour taste, but also toasting it up so you get that nuttiness.
Exactly. Right. So I'm going to go in with our mushrooms and then just toss that together. And then we obviously need something to bring this together. Yes. And that's where you come in.
This is where I come in. And we are using the Clover No-Lac full cream fresh milk that is lactose free. So for all the people who struggle with those symptoms, who struggle with the bloating and the nausea, you don't have to worry about it, because you can enjoy dairy again. And obviously it's a great source of that calcium and the vitamin C. Let me know when it's the right time to go in, my friend, because I think we are almost ready. Because in essence, what we've done is we've toasted all the ingredients together, and now we're baking the sauce and allowing all that moisture. So I'm going to quickly gooi in. You'll tell me when. Let's go with that. And it also actually deglazes the pan as well.
Yeah. And with the flour in there, it's going to thicken beautifully. Okay. I think you can put in a little bit more to me.
And obviously, depending on the type of sauce you're going for, if you want a nice thicker sauce, you're more than welcome to add a little and just add as you go. But if you want a nice loose sauce that just goes all over, you can add your liquid and just loosen it up with as much milk as you need.
That's precisely the point with that, Tooms. But what you'll notice is that I've gone with my mushrooms quite chunky.
I see.
And a lot of people chop them quite finely, but I like, especially when you're pairing it with a nice robust steak, we've added them quite chunky. But I actually want to take you through the rub that we've used. Okay. Because seasoning is obviously very important in our steak preparation while this cooks together. So we've got some coriander seeds, which is super South African, bringing in those sort of biltong flavors in a way. Dried thyme and coffee granules.
Coffee?
Yes, coffee. Now, coffee is amazing with steak. It's not a sort of a traditional flavor combination, but it really brings out that robustness in the steak.
I have a hint of that coffee that you can smell, but definitely the onions, the garlic, and that coriander that you're talking about in that rub. And it's all just coming together so wonderfully, so quickly even.
And I think that's where I'm going to leave it, Tooms, because I don't want it to get too thick.
Yeah.
And I'm going to pour that over the steak, and I'm going to enjoy this.
Well, you'll definitely be enjoying that with me. And now that's how you can enjoy dairy again without any of those side effects of being lactose intolerant. You can get the full recipe for this dish on afternoonexpress.co.za.
Say goodbye to nausea and cramps and say hello to delicious freedom with No-Lac's range of lactose-free milk and yogurt. Be free with lactose-free.